Okay, so I've removed that top super. There was, you know, a decent amount of capped honey and a decent amount of nectar in there. So now all I'm going to do is open up this this box, find out where the biggest concentration of nest is. I guess where the bees are is where the brood is going to be, and or the overwintering nest. This box is really glued tight. What I usually do is I usually slice a little groove into my box here so I can work the tool in. And it's very fortunate that I do that, because if not, I don't see how I would get into this box. You can see it is just solid. Usually pop one corner, the rest of it comes off pretty easily, but this time I've got to work all four corners just to get in. And, you know, I really want to try and be patient at this point, because the cracking of the hive really gets them going. And it's getting to be fall here. It's October 20th. The sun is going down. It's a beautiful warm day today. So that's one plus, but as you can see, there's a lot of bees out, and this box is very heavy, so I don't want to have to go too far with it. Again, the further you get, probably the more worked up the bees are going to get. So I'm going to try and drop it on my box right here, then look on the inside. I will give them a bit of smoke because they are a little worked up, shall we say. And I'm wearing gloves, you'll notice that. And I decided to put on some gloves, firstly because I had them with me. But secondly, I'm working with APIVAR strips, and I want to get as little of it on my hands as possible. But also, there's a lot of propolis. Because I'm working all three hives today, I've got a ton of propolis on my fingers already, and it makes it hard to work with, and it's more, that stuff is tough to come off your hands. So I'm going to get my APIVAR strips ready here. I'll show them to you again in case you haven't seen them in a previous video. And we'll get ready to crack that box. Okay, so here are the APIVAR strips. Again, you just split them apart and you put them in the center of the brood nest below. I'll put a toothpick through that hole there, or if you don't have a toothpick, you can just use this to kind of jam it in, but I like the toothpick because it makes it end up flush with the tops of the frames. And again, the way APIVAR works is that it works via transmission from the bees. Oh my God, that is a very heavy frame. That is a very heavy box. And you can see why a lot of it got put a lot of comb on it, and a lot of honey in that comb already. You see that? So anyway, you can see there's a lot of bees in there. I could pretty much put the strips anywhere, but I'm going to consider this the middle of the pack and put them right in there, okay? I'm going to put some smoke just to get the bees going down a bit. So maybe I'll take away some of that burr comb. It's going to be tough to do because there's a lot of bees and they're not very happy, so if I can't take away the burr comb today, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Seems to be a lot of people on YouTube that really get upset when you don't remove burr comb. I can understand why. Burr comb is something that gets in the way, but I don't know if it's worth all the flack I get for it. But anyway, c'est la vie. So again, putting the toothpicks in. I'm glad I went by Boston Pizza today and grabbed a couple complimentary toothpicks. Just slide them in like that. Set it down. Generally want to set them 2 frames apart. And because you want the bees walking on either side of the APIVAR strip. And that's it. That's your mite treatment. You leave them on for a minimum of 42 days. A maximum of, I think, 56 days or something like that. And then you remove them, and hopefully you take care of mites. Now I am going to have a look for mites right now since I'm there, and they're not too angry right now. I'm looking for deformed wings. Might as well bring you in my look here too. I'm looking for deformed wings and just looking for mites sticking on the backs of these bees. And I can't say that I see any. There's still the odd drone here. See that drone there? Your life is timed, buddy. You're going to be gone soon. It's October 20th. And there aren't very many drones at all. There's another one. Right there. Yeah, I mean, they look very healthy. There's a lot of small bees, which are probably young, newly hatched, overwintering bees. And this hive has tremendous numbers. This hive has done really well. I harvested 32 pounds of honey, probably with the stuff I take today, maybe 35, 37 pounds of honey off these guys. So they're doing phenomenally well from a first-year nuke in particular. Okay, so I'm gonna get this second super box on, and then I will leave them alone. And there's basically, other than removing the APIVAR strips, there's one more step that I'm going to do for these bees to get them ready for winter, and that's going to be to make them a sugar candy feed and insulate the hive. Although I don't really think I need to, but I'm going to anyway because I can. And then get them some moisture control and some ventilation control happening. So I've got 3 hives that are fairly healthy going into winter. I don't want to lose them. Last year I lost 1 hive right around now at the beginning of October, and I lost the second hive at the beginning of November. So again, hoping that a year more's worth of experience and a lot more input from my mentor and YouTube people, and hopefully these 3 hives will be in good shape to survive the winter. They are right now. I'm very happy, particularly the middle hive, this hive number 2, because it was in really rough shape. It was on its way to being dead, and I took some very aggressive action on it, and it seems to be very strong right now. So that's it for me. Thanks for joining me. It's Frank at 40 Honeybee. Talk to you soon.